Okay, everybody, so what we're going to be talking about tonight is the tools that you have that you're able to use for your business, like training tools, personal development. And when I talk about personal development, I'm talking about kind of a wide range of things. Now, when we first start into this business, it's completely new to most of us. Most of us have never had been in business for ourselves. We've had jobs, we've had things like that, and so we have more of an employee mentality. And when you're starting into a company like this, especially network marketing, where such a great opportunity and you're going to be given all these tools, but what you do with it, whether you educate yourself and whether you're actually learning how to be in business or how to do this will pretty much be up to you. I loved, not too long ago, Amber made a comparison that really clicked with me. I know, it made sense. Network marketing business is very much like joining a gym membership, like buying a membership to a gym. And you can buy a membership to a gym, but it does not mean you're going to get in shape. It does not mean you're going to lose weight. It does not mean that you're going to use it. Just because you buy a gym membership does not mean that you're going to go to the gym. So the membership is the first part, and then you can start, it's the activity. You can actually go and use it, or you cannot use it. Doesn't mean. So we're sort of like that. Just because you become a distributor doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make money at this, or that you're going to even do anything. You may just sit there and never do anything, never take those steps to train yourself. So when you're first jumping into something like this, you have got to understand that you have to be teachable and willing to learn. Okay, so we want to prep our minds into a different mindset. It's not an employee mindset. You do not have a boss. Mark is our CEO of the company. He gives us amazing tools to be successful, but if I don't use them, I'm not going to make any money. Our leaders, my sponsor, my leaders, they plugged me in at the beginning. They told me, some things that I need to do, but it was really up to me. At the end of the day, it really is up to you what you do with your business, and if you really take the initiative and plug yourself into different things. So I'm going to go over those things and with you, and just briefly, when I first started, Chad and Jeree Caneller, they're my direct uplines. They've been good friends of mine for a long time. So Chad said, well, I just said, what's next? What do I do? Tell me what I'm going to do. The very, very first thing he told me to do was go spend some time in your e-suite. You have got to understand your business. You have got to understand what it is you're doing before you can do it. He said there is some training videos. The faster you get through those training videos, the better off you're going to be. The faster you start to understand this company and how we do things, the better. And he didn't sit there on the phone with me and train me in all these things. He pointed me to the direction of where my training is. And then it was up to me to go forward and make those steps, okay? And that's exactly what I did. I stayed up with red eyes for 2 days straight going through my videos because I wanted it so bad. I wanted to do this yesterday. So I just really pushed forward with all this knowledge, and I had to soak it in and train myself. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over with you. In your e-suite, those training videos, we went through our e-suite in the last session. Those training videos that are under the It Works You, those are pretty vital. They're core foundational training for our company. And when you actually go through those, you're going to have such a better understanding of not only the company, but how to do your steps and the compensation and all those questions that you probably have that you're waiting for somebody to tell you. It's there. It's really is in there. Okay, so the training videos in that e-suite are very vital, very key, and at least they were for me at the beginning. Then the next thing he said was, because we come into this, and what we're taught in this in the whole society that we live in, we are taught to be employees. We're taught to go to get a good job, to work for somebody, to be told what to do in order to, earn our salary or our paycheck or whatever. This is different. This is different. It's going to be about developing yourself as a person, and we all have to do that. We all have to go into this thinking, I need to understand how to be a good leader, how to be an entrepreneur, how to be a self-motivator, because I'm going to say this a lot, at the end of the day, I need to get that out of my vocab. I'm sick of it already. Being a self-motivator is so key. If you're somebody that constantly needs to be like dragged on, your team and your upline will continue forward, because you can run with people, but you cannot drag anyone. I can run with every one of you, but I cannot carry any of you. Okay, so this is all about being continuing to develop yourself as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a network marketer, as somebody who is driven. It's a mindset, and it's something that we continue to develop, because this is going to be challenging. All right, nobody said that this is going to be a complete piece of cake. What we do, our steps, those are easy. The actual work we do, it's easy, but it's in your mind that's hard. It's getting through those feelings of disappointment or letdown or discouragement, or when is this going to, or just that consistency and plugging away. So that being said, you want to make sure that you are feeding yourself some knowledge. Very good places to start are some books. If you don't know where to start as far as a book, like a good audio book or e-book or a real book, Jim Rohn is somebody that I recommend highly. It was the first person that Chad recommended to me. He said, get Jim Rohn's book on network marketing, and I'm looking to see if I have it up here for you to like show you. Now, well, here is a Jim Rohn book, but it's not the one I was talking about. But see, okay, so is that flipped? Jim Rohn. Write down that name, Jim Rohn. And currently, if you go to his website, he has an amazing deal going on. Typically, his like package of knowledge is like over $50-$60, and it's on sale right now for $19. And I looked at what it was, that $19 pack. It's awesome. Like the material that you would get in there, just start putting those CDs in and letting that feed your brain and feed your personal development along this journey, because I'll guarantee you we cannot continue to be like super successful until we have some of these skills, these assets that we just aren't taught in school. We're not taught how to be an entrepreneur and how to network ourselves and all that stuff. And so these are things that, are good skills to continue to develop. Then another part of development would be to follow good leaders that you are going to gain inspiration from, that you're going to, somebody that you connect with. There are 1,000, I don't know about 1,000. There are so many amazing leaders in this company, and you just have to find a few of them that you can really connect with. And then some of the people that I really like. Now, who I like and who really like, who I follow might not be your cup of tea, okay? You might be like, not so much. Then find somebody. I might not be that leader that just really, inspires you or whatever. My style of leadership, even though still in development, it just might not be what you really go after. It's okay. Not jump into a different team, but YouTube. Go on YouTube and look up some awesome leaders. We have so many leaders. Jade Hooper, Sarah Rankin, Ronnie Brown. I love Ronnie Brown. I love Sarah Rankin. Of course, Chad and Jaree. I love Ashley Sinclair. So those are just people in this company that I really admire. I love the Dunns, Stephanie and Joel Dunn, and I love Susan and Michael Wade. And so if they do a training and they put it on YouTube, or they're on Periscope, if you don't know Periscope yet, they used to do a lot on there. People do more like live on Facebook. But anyway, I want to feed myself with knowledge from people that are where I want to be. And so if I want to be where they are, then those are the people I'm going to be listening to and allowing them to like soak in and feed into my head and into my heart. The other thing we need to talk about is staying plugged in. This is staying plugged in to your team calls, and the corporate calls. Most importantly, the corporate calls. There's 2 corporate calls a week. Now, our team page, the One Team, One Mission Facebook page, has a file section. And if you have not been in the file section, you need to. Like, as soon as we get off of here, go click on the file section. And you need to look in there, because there are so many good tools for you to utilize in your business. But our team calls are all posted in there. Okay, so you don't have to rely on me to feed you information every day before the call. You could actually go in and be like self-productive or whatever, and write down your own business schedule, your conference call times each week, and all that jazz. So that information is in our files. So the team page was put together just to be able to be a tool to help you develop as new distributors, and to help you develop into your own businesses and your own leaders, so that you're a developing leader yourself. Okay, so the 2 corporate calls that I believe is a real okay, if you're looking at this like a business, again, if you're looking at this as a hobby, or you just don't know, then I'm not really talking to you. But if you're looking at this as a business, then those corporate calls, they just need to be part of your business. You just need to put them in your calendar and just say, I have a company call tonight. They do not last long. The Sunday night family call is really important. It's really important to stay plugged into your company and treat it like that. Treat it like it is a business. And then on Monday nights, it's an amazing call with Pam Souter. Pam Souter is phenomenal, and she is a wealth of knowledge, and she brings people on like Dr. Don and top leaders, and they're going to be giving you tips and training and product info, and you're just going to be filling your brain full of knowledge week after week after week, and you're just going to continue to improve. But okay, and then there's different ambassador calls that you can be on, their team calls, like Chad and Jaree's. We're typically on their Thursday night team calls. It's just another way to stay plugged in with what's going on and be fed and learn, because nobody starts out knowing everything that they need to know to continue to advance in the business. So staying plugged in is really, really key. And then the other thing that you do want to plug into is any type of event that corporate events. There's a calendar, like an event calendar at events.itworks.com, and it will go over all the different corporate events. And those events are really a big deal to make sure that you get to an event. So go browse around and see what's going to be local to you. That's something that you might be able to get into. Now, I'm going to screen share really quick and go into my desktop and see if I can't get into the team page. Last time my computer didn't like me to try to do 2 things at once, but here we go. So here we are in our team page, the One Team, One Mission. All right, now right here where you see the files, if you click on that, if you're on an iPhone or my Android phone, it's under like information. You have to click on information of the group first before you can find the files. But if I'm on my laptop, so files are right here, I'm going to click on that. And hopefully this works. If not, you guys are just going to have to get in there and explore it yourself. Because sometimes my computer doesn't like me doing two things at once with my crappy internet that I still have. Is it not going to pop up? G. Manelli. G. Manelli, guys. I'm only going to refresh it one time, and then I'm going to stop the screen share and just talk to you and end it, and that way you guys can go in there on your own. Yep, I'm stopping screen share. I sound kind of wonky. What's wonky, Drea? Andrea called me a wonky.
Yeah.
I love it.
I hear people say it. I never know what it means. It sounds like it fits though.
It was like.
I sound wonky tonight. Sorry, guys. I love the snorkel. I love Andrea's snorkel. Okay. So, do y'all got what I'm saying?
No, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Does everybody got what I'm saying tonight? I mean, it's really about the tools that you have. You have so many tools in your e-suite. You have everything you need in this business to be successful. You have leaders that will guide you. You have tools in your e-suite. You have your training. You have so many awesome things that the corporate puts together for us. And then outside of that, when we do these, like the team chat links, okay? I know sometimes when it's like beep, beep, beep on your phone and all these notifications that you can be like, oh my gosh, what are they talking about? I don't have time for all this. But listen, that is a vital, it's like a lifeline for you. Use it. Ask questions. If you're struggling with something, you have your voice. We are all adults. You have to be 18 and older to be a part of this business, which means you can reach out to people. So if there's something that you're needing in your business, but you're not reaching out to your leaders, then you're kind of just setting yourself up for hardship instead of just getting that extra hand that you need. So if there's something specific that you think would be beneficial for the whole team, ideas, pour them in, because we are always looking to better how we train up new distributors. So anyway, you may have any questions on any of this tonight, any of the like tools that you have access to. Local people, if you are local to me at all, you can plug into so much. We do local parties. I will come and help party with you. You can plug into so much. You don't even have to do your own parties because you can just bring your guests to mine. If you are not local to me, you can be a part of our online parties that we do for the team. We're actually going to have 2 this month, 2 online parties. One is going to be a customer appreciation party, which I'm so excited about. We're going to do a loyal customer appreciation party only for our loyal customers to re-educate them on the products, to, again, expose them to the opportunity of being a distributor, to explain how their perk points work, to let them know that this discount of theirs is lifetime. I'm just going to be so over the top excited for our loyal customers and show them appreciation. I'm going to offer drawings of my own product so that they can know that how much we appreciate them. They are not left out in these free product drawings. And it's going to be closed to our loyal customers. I'm going to do a live one here for my local team, or like a real one in person. And then I'm going to do an online one, an online Facebook for our entire team. And then we'll have our regular parties as well. So we'll do 2 online parties this month. One that's all loyal customers and one that is for new invites. Okay. So I'm excited for things that are happening. The team is growing. You guys should be proud of yourself. During the summer, historically in this company, for whatever reason, business slows or even goes backwards. And this team went forward every single month this summer. And I'm so proud of you guys for just being consistent. And you know what? Your consistency, when you get into moments where you're being consistent, but you're not seeing the benefit of it, that's when it gets hard. It does. It gets hard. You're like, I keep doing this and I'm not seeing it. Nobody's wanting this. Nobody's wanting the opportunity. Nobody's wanting the programs. Guess what? Very soon, that changes. The people that have been consistent, all of a sudden, it will pay off. The people that just stop and just take the summer off, they have to start planting seeds again. And so when that harvest starts coming, they're just still in their planting phase because they lost their consistency. One of the top things about being in this business is simply being consistent. And it doesn't mean that you need to work around the clock every single day. It just needs to be something that is consistently out there for people, that your activity is consistent in some form. So now, how many of you guys are briefly touching on this tonight? How many of you guys are, Chad and Jeree put together a very special team page that is very seclusive. And I want to go over this a little bit because we have new distributors on there. Every so often in network marketing businesses, it's very beneficial to go completely, excuse my language, like balls to the wall, where you are working your business every single day like your life depended on it. And you do it in short little bursts, whether it's 30 days or very extreme like 90 days. So Chad and Jeree and and all the triple and above leaders on this team got together and they decided to do what's called a 30-day push or a 30-day boost or a 30-day whatever run. Okay, a lot of people call them different things. You'll hear it called different things. This is where they are going to be basically 24/7. They don't hardly do anything else except business, 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 and they push hard to go for like a straight 30 days. And so they made this group for anybody that wants to join them in that. They're going to be catering to this 30-day push for the month of September. What does this mean? Like if you're a part of that group, again, the activity will still be up to you. You can only be led. Nobody will do it for you. You can only be led and guided and given ideas and tips and whatnot, which they're great at. But again, the activity part will still be up to you. So what does it mean? What's your commitment level? If you are somebody who is going to say, yes, now is my time, I want to go all out, I want in this, it can be huge for your business. People have double, triple promoted in 1 month when they actually push hard like this. And so they wanted anybody who has that actual commitment of saying, yes, I'm going to say no to any extracurricular activities for 30 days. Limited time, but for 30 days. There's no TV. There's no going to the gym. There's no family nights. There's no, extra movies. There's no let's go to the restaurant and just chill. There's going to be laser focus outside of everything that is your priority. Your priority being like taking care of your kids, taking care of your husband, your time, like Jeree said, your time with the Lord. Those things are on your calendar. And then everything else stops for 30 days and you get laser focused on your goals and your business. That's a 30-day push or whatever amount of time you want, okay? So if you want to push hard, then she said that I can invite anybody into that group, and it started today. And so there's already people, having some activity on there. Jeree did a welcome video, and it was really good explaining what this is, and it was really inspirational, and it does make you get excited. So if you're wanting to be a part of that, you can let us know and we'll make sure you're added. And if you're like, no, now's not a time, I can't do anything like that right now, this isn't a you must go, you must run. But that's what that group is for. So anyway, that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, that's all we're going over tonight. Yes,
I have a question, of course.
Andrea.
So, okay, you said something. Well, I don't know. I talked to you one time about booths.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that, and like, well, how do you do that? Do you know? Has anybody ever done a booth before?
Yes. So we're actually going to be covering
Like,
booths.
how does it work?
Do you have any coming up? Do you have any booths coming up?
Me?
Yeah. Or scheduling any?
What?
Yes, you, Andrea.
I mean, I don't understand the concept because I'm thinking,
Okay.
I'm thinking, yeah, because like my new distributor. My new distributor wanted to do it, and I just want to make sure I understand what it is before I.
Okay. So booths can happen at a lot of different places. Little town festivals this fall have vendor booths, vendor opportunities. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they're $20, sometimes they're $100. I personally never spend more than like $20, $25 on a booth. That me personally. Okay, and we have a training on this coming up, but so I'll briefly talk about it, and then I can talk to you personally if you're ready to get something going. You can do that. You can do booths. I used to set them up at ISU so that I could talk to people walking by. I got permission from ISU campus, as long as I wasn't selling anything from the booth, like cash, that I could have a table set up. So I would go set up a table. Anyway, a booth is nothing more than a table with a display of what we are, your products, the wraps. There's all sorts of cool little ways you can set it up. I have a sign. People have things that you might be able to borrow. And then you go and you introduce people to the products and to the opportunity. And I've learned a lot through booths. I learned what kind of works and what doesn't. So I do have a lot of tips on booths and how, at least what has worked for me the best. And then they're kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they're amazing and you score good business and you sell wraps and you sign customers and you book parties. And sometimes like 5 people walk by and they all turn their nose up. And I'm like, okay. So booths are hit and miss. I mean, they're fun. They can be fun. I don't put a lot of expense into them, but we can go over more details. It's coming up in one of these little trainings that we'll hit on some more detail. And yeah, and I just added some new files in the team page that have some things that we utilize when we're doing booths.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay. That's all I had.
Anybody else? Any other question? Okay. Are you going to take our Brady Bunch? Take our Brady Bunch. Let me sip my coffee.
With your coffee, 1, 2, 3, ready, smile. I hope that was good.
Okay.
Okay, you guys will see it. You look beautiful with your cup.
Yeah. I actually did my hair today a little bit. All right, guys. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.